welcome back to Reads. Let's continue with Tales from Under the Sea. Andrina's performance. Andrina was the most athletic of all King Triton's daughters. She won all of the trophies for underwater sports, loved playing catch with the mermen, and was always practicing aerobics around the palace. In fact, she was very often swimming or tumbling when she should have been studying literature or history or music. Andrina could simply not sit long enough. Andrina could simply not sit long enough to enjoy her studies. This was a problem for Sebastian. Music and singing were an important part of a royal mermaid's education, and he often had to chase after Princess Andrina to get her to practice her singing. But Andrina's voice was as lovely as those of her sisters. Her singing was so pure and clear, Sebastian felt it was well worth the chase. One morning, as all 7 mermaid sisters were practicing their scales, Sebastian had an announcement to make. As King Triton's entrusted humble servant, he began regally, it is my great privilege to compose a special tribute to His Royal Highness, and I've decided that each of you princesses will sing a piece of your own composition to honor your father. Oh, Sebastian, Ariel cried, clapping her hands. What a wonderful idea. Can I sing first? Begged Adela. I'll pick some flowers for all of us to wear in our hair for our concert, said Alana dreamily. Aquata, Arista, and Atia began trying out verses at once. Only Andrina was silent. Compose a piece of music? Add words? She felt she could never do that. She could barely sit still to sing the words Sebastian had handed to her. I can't do it, she said. Oh, Andrina, said Ariel. What's the matter? Don't you want to sing for Daddy? Of course I do, Andrina said, but I can't write my own piece. I'm no good at that sort of things. But you have to, Adela cried. It wouldn't be right if everybody sings except for you. Andrina didn't know what to say, so she swam off by herself. During the next few days, the whole palace rang with happy voices from little mermaids as they tried out the songs they had written. Sebastian had never seen the princesses work so hard. Only Andrina had yet to write something. She couldn't concentrate. Every time she sat down, she had to get up. What if she did write something and it wasn't any good? What if everyone laughed at her? It was too terrible to think about. Sebastian was getting worried. The concert was quickly approaching, and he knew King Triton would be very disappointed if Andrina did not perform her own piece. He said it was time to have a talk with her. Andrina, I just don't understand you, he began. You haven't even written a line. Aren't you trying? But Sebastian, I do try. I'm just not good at this sort of thing, said Andrina. Well, if you keep jumping up and rushing off, you'll never write anything. Don't you realize, Princess, said Sebastian, that as long as the king piece from you, your father cannot help but like it? But say what he might, Sebastian could not get Andrina to write a single note of music. The night of the concert arrived, and 6 mermaid sisters eagerly swam before the concert hall, ready to perform their original works. Andrina stayed behind. I don't know why it's so easy for Ariel and the others to write music for Daddy, she said, sighing. Well, it would be another story if they had to race seahorses for him, or swim in a competition, or... A smile began to cross Andrina's face. She knew what to do to write as a tribute for her father. Andrina swam quickly to the concert hall and whispered a few words to Sebastian before taking her seat. The sisters were delighted but very puzzled. What would Andrina do? When her time came, Sebastian signaled the band to play the Sea King's favorite song, and while Andrina sang it, she gave the audience the best acrobatic show they had ever seen. And King Triton loved every minute of it too, since he knew Andrina's act came straight from her own mermaid's heart. And here's one, Under the Ocean. Here's a little poem, Under the Ocean. Under the ocean, there's quite a commotion when 2 mermaids went out to play. It's a seashell they spied. It's mine, they each cried, as each shoved the other away. They soon started to fight, soon the seashell got buried away out of sight. A lesson was learned, and so homeward they turned, ashamed what they had done. For it's better to share when there's only one there, and selfishness spoils the fun. And that is the end of that story. See you later.